Hi, this is Jason West, and in this video I have got 9 tips for you if you're a Kartra user. These are just 9 things that I found as I've been using Kartra day in, day out for probably 18 months now, that will help you hopefully. So the first one is about optimizing your images and your videos. As you may or may not know, you get billed in Kartra based on your bandwidth and your storage. So if you're uploading big images, big videos, and those images are being downloaded by people visiting your website, playing your videos, you are going to burn through bandwidth. So, and not only that, if you've got big images, particularly big images, then you're going to have slow loading web pages. So the best thing to do is to upload images that are optimized or do it online, one or the other. So you can see here I've got this landing page, and at the moment there's like a little pig there. So if I was to, for example, edit this, and let's just say that we're uploading an image now, straight, for example, maybe from Kartra's own search here of the royalty-free images. So let's just put in, I don't know, pig. Just because there was a pig there already. There's one there, look. Well, let's just say we wanted to add this fella in here. As it stands, this will probably be a very large image. Even though it's small there, that is actually probably very big, and it's been squashed to fit into that little region of the page. Therefore, 1, making your page slower to load, and 2, burning through more bandwidth because of the size of the image. So let's just publish this page a minute and I'll show you what I mean. Let's see if I can get this up. Here we go, here's the link, and let's drop it in. So this is just going to show you now the size of this image. So if we open this image in a new tab over here, you can actually see the image is much bigger than it actually needs to be. And therefore also the file size will be bigger than it needs to be. And if I download this image here, let me just download that now. Okay, that's done. And I'm going to just have a look and see what size that image is. If we get that up and we go to get info on a Mac here, right, that image is currently 76 bytes, so 78 kilobytes. And so it would be a good idea to go to something like Web Resizer, which is, you can just Google it, Web Resizer, choose the image. So I'm going to just do this one here, downloaded, unsplash, and then upload the image. And what this software will do is it will compress it a little bit, and then also if you want to, it'll adjust the size. So the original image is on the right here, you can see it's 74 kilobytes, and then if we were to shrink it down to about 400 width, it will go right down to 13 kilobytes, so it's 82% saving there. And you literally just click download image, and that is it. You now have that that change, and then you can download that image that's much smaller, and then go back to your page over here and then upload the compressed smaller image. So that's going to make your page loading time a lot quicker, and it's going to save on bandwidth. With regards to other methods to do that, you can use Image Optim if you're a Mac user. I don't know if they do it for both software. I think this might just be for Mac. Image Optim's really good. You literally just click on the image you want to sort out with Image Optim, open it up, and it just shrinks it down and gives you the new version. Then for videos, you've got Handbrake, and this does work on Windows, Mac, and everything else. This is a godsend for videos. So often when you create a video using your own software, say Camtasia or something, they're pretty massive when you export them. And the best thing to do, and also even from phones, they're huge now because of the high resolution of phones and stuff. You really do need to just trim down the size of those videos, especially before uploading to a platform such as Kartra, which, as I say, will bill you according to the size of your files and the amount of bandwidth. So use Handbrake, it's free, and it will dramatically shrink the sizes of your videos and then upload them to Kartra. And then you'll find that everything works a lot better for you. So that is tip number 1, is optimize your images and your videos. In terms of your images, optimize the size of the image, and then also compress the image to make it a smaller file size as well. All right, so that's tip number one. So tip number two is all about broadcast emails. Now you may send out one broadcast to your list and then have, I don't know, 20% if you're doing pretty good, open that email. But what if you want to try and get more people to open the email? Well, a good strategy is to send another broadcast out maybe the next day or the day after to those people who did not open or click, it's up to you, on the last email. But you don't want to have to write it all out again. So what I recommend doing is cloning the email that you sent previously and then just change the subject line to try and catch those people who just skipped through your last email. So the way that we do that, let's just take this email that I've sent out here. I would clone it and then I would probably put something like number 2 next to it. So I know this is the second time I'm sending out this email to my list. And then we're able to do tagging here, we're able to use the filter system of Kartra to determine who was it who opened the emails last and then to remove them. So I'm just going to click off all of these for a moment because I'm not going to actually send this. But what we do is we get down to here and we go to select and then has not, and then we're going to go through the list here. And it's right near the bottom, there we are, has not opened broadcast. Then we would just go and find that broadcast, which I have got here somewhere. Let's have a look, there we go, so it's this one. And now I know that this particular email is only going to go out to those people who did not open it the last time. And as I say, by the time you get through to the next bit, it's a good plan to then change the subject line here and maybe even the subtitle, which is a new feature of Kartra here, and then resend it. So that's one way of doing it. You can also, let me just go backwards here a moment. You can also do the same thing, but instead of people who didn't open your email, maybe they didn't take the action that you wanted and you want to give them another opportunity to do that. So then you click on has not clicked link. Then you go and select the broadcast, which is around here somewhere. There we go. And then you select which link it was that you wanted them to click on, but they did not click on it. And now we've got a number of people there that we can go and email again because they didn't click on the email. So this is a really quick and easy way to then just send out another email to people who didn't open or click on your last broadcast and not bother everybody again with this same email, which of course you don't want to do as it'll just upset your list. So that's tip number 2. So this is tip number 3. Now tip number 3 is all about automations. Within Kartra, if you go to My Communications and then Communications at the top and then Automations, you can create automations and all kinds of things. But one that I found is really useful and saves you doing a lot of tagging and things in sequences is to just withdraw someone from a sequence, maybe trying to sell them a certain product or service, a drip-fed kind of sequence of emails or a webinar, a post-webinar sequence or something like that. Then what you can do is you can set up an automation that just pulls them out of that sequence, stops bothering them if they actually purchase your product. So you'll see that there's an automation rule that says just down here, customer buys product, and then we can determine which product. I'm just going to pick any one here, select product, and then you'll be able to choose, I think, a price point as well, or just any price. I'm just going to put any price. And now I can remove them from any kind of a sequence which is designed to sell them that product automatically, and then we can just close them off. So let's just say they're on an auto webinar. I will select the step here. There we go. Oh, sorry, that's subscribing to a sequence. Let's unsubscribe them from a sequence. That's a lot easier. There we go. The auto webinar close here. So maybe they've attended my webinar. They've then gone and bought the product, the course. The last thing I want to do is then keep marketing to them and keep, giving them deadline counters and all of that kind of stuff. I want to just pull them right out of there. And this is a way to do it without thinking about it and using automation. So definitely a good one, a useful one. Use automations to pull people out of sequences. So this next tip is about your leads and keeping your database of leads nice and clean. There's a filter method, and obviously I've got to blur out some of this stuff because it's people's emails. But look, there is a filter here. If we go to advanced filters, once you're in My Communications leads, you can then go down to here where it says status. And if you go to the status and then it says is or is not, we'll go for is. And then we can choose people who are inactive, i.e. they've unsubscribed, or people who are blacklisted for some reason, probably because of hard bounces and things like that. We just find them by clicking add. And now you can see here I have 380 contacts that are inactive. So I may as well just get them clean out of my database. And the way to do that is just go to there, click delete leads, done. And this way, you're just keeping your account number of leads from going up and up and up and up and up, which may take you to the next price plan in Kartra because it's based on leads. So it's a good idea to do this. Let's just go to advanced filters and do the same again since I'm here. And we'll go now to select status of blacklisted. Probably won't be so many there. And then there's still 101 leads. So I will now get rid of those and know that they're not taking up leads in my database, which of course I would ultimately pay for if I was pushed into another plan like that. So that's it, done. That's another quick and easy thing you can do right now on your Kartra account, and you should do perhaps once a month just to keep the number of leads down to just those people that you can actually reach. Now, one of the things that is not good for you, for your business and for your emailing, is to keep emailing a ton of people who just never open your email. It's not very good and it can affect your deliverability rates. So one way to help with that in this tip, which I think is number five, is to set up an automation that moves people out of your main list that you're mailing based on the fact they just don't open a single email that you've sent them in X amount of days. So I've got one here that's set up for 90 days, which is 3 months. And you'll see there that it says lead subscribes to the main list, and it can be whatever list you want. And the next rule is has not opened any email in at least and then 90 days. So that is something that you can control. Now, what do we do with them? We can do all sorts of different things. But what I've done is I've subscribed them to another list. And then when I'm sending out a mass email to this main list, I can put that they should not be on this list. So in other words, I'm taking them out of the broadcast email, those people who just don't open my emails. Because if they don't open my emails, it's just no good for my delivery rates. So at the end of the day, you're looking at what, 90 days? You could do 6 months if you want. If you're sending out regular emails and they're just not opening any of them for that length of time, there's something wrong. They're just not interested. Maybe it's a dead account. They don't even look at it. They just use some dodgy account to sign up, but it works. Whatever. But this is one way that you can automatically shift them away from your future email broadcasts. All right, number 6, tip number 6. This tip is all about saving templates to be able to reuse that section on multiple pages. Because one thing that you're going to find is, or perhaps in the very early days of using Kartra, you might go into each page that you have. Maybe you've gone and got one of the ready-made funnels from the Kartra marketplace, pulled them in, and then you've started editing and you've got the all the links set up lovely in the footer there, for example. You've got it just the way you want it. The last thing you want to do is have to do that for every single page that you have in the funnel. That will take you ages. It's a nightmare. So get it right, get it how you want it with one funnel, and then click on this little cog here and then click on there, the star where it says save section as template. I'll do that right now for you just to demonstrate. And then it'll say uploading your page to the internet, which it kind of isn't really. It's just saving it somewhere. And then it says the block has been saved to favorites. So if we go over to sections here on the left hand side, you'll see favorite blocks. Just click on that and it will open up all of your saved templates. There's the one I've just saved. If I want to use this again now on any page, I just open up that page in the page builder, grab my pre-done template and drop it wherever I want. And that's it, done. It will move it in there. And this template, of course, is exactly perfect because we've already edited all the links and everything else. So saving sections as template is another tip that is definitely going to save you an awful lot of time. Perhaps you already knew it, but if you're a new Kartra user, that's going to really save you some time. So here we are at tip number 7. Tip number 7 is about a feature that Kartra has that perhaps you didn't know about. It's in memberships, and then at the top here we have files. So what we have really is a file storage system, a bit like Dropbox, but built into Kartra, and you can put anything you want in here. You just go to here where it says upload and then put your file in there. Remember that you can see the file size down here, which is really useful. Again, this will count towards your storage, I believe, in your account and how much bandwidth you use. So if you're giving something away that's very big, that's going to be downloaded a gazillion times, maybe not ideal. But if you are giving away perhaps an ebook or something and you shrink it down nicely, you've got yourself another bit of software you don't have to bother with. And that is file storage things like Dropbox. So all you need to do is just click on here where it says upload, and it will tell you just get to put it into a category. So you've got different categories there. You can create a new category, and then you can upload the file up to a maximum of 999 megabytes, and then any file type. So it's a very, very flexible system. Now, once you've done that, you can then also give out the URL to that particular file if you want to use it for anything. Maybe you want to put it in emails or whatever you want. So you can just take that link now and then just go and give it out so people can access that particular download. So you have your own file storage system also built in Kartra. So tip number 8. What happens if you need to update a particular video, maybe in a membership or something? Or maybe that particular video is used on multiple pages. Now, the one thing you don't want to have to do is to upload a new video and then go to all of the pages that video is on, and you've got to remember where that video is as well, by the way. You don't want to have to go and then change the name of the video, the Kartra video, on all of those different pages individually. So what you can do is you can actually re-upload the video. So say, for example, this video has changed. I need to make some amendments to it. Don't go and upload a new one and then change all of the pages that this video was on to the new video. Just go to here, click on edit, and then you can actually upload the new version of this video right over the top. So literally you'll just go to here, you'll click upload video, go and find the corrected video, and then just click publish once it's all done and uploaded and optimized. It's just a quick tip that I found myself where I've had to recently upload some new videos, but I didn't want to have to hunt down all the places where the video was. So another tip for you, tip number 8, hope that was useful. And finally, tip number 9. Tip number 9, you get bored sometimes with the color of this left-hand side navigation bar. So where do you go to change it? You can change it. You just go up to your profile, and then you'll see here where it says interface. If you want to, you can change it to a swanky new color, and it changes in real time so that you can have a look at it on the left and see which works best for you. It's just nice to freshen up, and perhaps if you have an agency account and you're logging in and out of all these different people's clients' accounts, for example, it's a good idea to have your sidebar a different color to everyone else's who probably haven't adjusted theirs, so that you know which account you're in and you don't get your head all muddled up. For example, I have 2 full Kartra accounts in use, and I have the left-hand side navigation there in the color code for that particular company, so that I know straight away with a glance which account I'm in, and I don't start doing strange things like emailing people about a totally different product which is relevant to my other Kartra account. So that's the final tip for you. So that's it from me, Jason West. If you want to shortcut your time even more with your Kartra account, and you want to have pre-built high converting, proven sales funnels just imported directly into your account, then I have a range of them that I've been using to sell my products, my courses over the last couple of years very, very successfully. Just go to jasonwest.com/funnel shop. I'll put a link under the video and you can go and take a look and have a look at all the different funnels that I've got and see if you can use them to grow your business. All right, thanks again for watching and I hope that helped you.